Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my new mini-series I'm starting. I'm a little late, but I'm gonna start an NFL weekly pick'em. So how this works, I'm just gonna pick the games, and just for each week, every week on Wednesday from now on. I started a little late, but it's an idea I had for a while, and I decided to do it tonight, because why not? This is being recorded at night, and this is going up in the morning before this week's games. That we're in week 3 right now. So, yes, I missed Thursday night football. The Ravens, no, not the Ravens, the Dolphins and the Jaguars. So I am starting from Sunday of week 3. All right, first game, we got San Francisco 49ers at New York Giants. So, honestly, even though the Niners have been banged up recently, especially this last week, I still see no way the Giants beating them. You know, the Giants just lack talent in general. Their offensive line is just garbage. Danny Jones is nothing special yet. They got no star power receivers. So I'm just taking the 49ers, man. They're still stout, even with the loss of Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas and Raheem Mostert. You know, I still think the Niners can just run away with this win. All right, next game we got Washington at Cleveland. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a Washington fan, so it pissed me off when they changed the name from the Redskins to the Washington football team, but I'm still a Washington fan. But let's be honest, I see the Washington football team struggling against the Browns. Just in general, man, they have two great running backs, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb especially, man, he's something special. We got two threats outside to worry about. Well, receivers, Odell and Jarvis. Baker, he ain't no slouch. But if Washington can get some pressure on Baker, that lets the secondary do their jobs, which is our Washington's weak point. Hopefully they get Kendall Fuller back. I keep on saying we, I'm just a fan. Hopefully we get Kendall Fuller back. If we do get him back, it'll be a really big help. But nah, man, I see Cleveland running away with this win. Game 3, we got Cincinnati at Philadelphia. Now, Philly is just a horrible team at the moment. Their offensive line is falling apart. Carson Wentz is playing like trash. They got no receivers worthy, or, star power receivers. Deshaun Jackson is there. He's a name. That's it. He's just a name. He really can't do much with his offensive line not giving Wentz time to get to Jackson. On the other hand, the Bengals, man, they're looking really good. They should be 2-0, but their kicker just shanked an easy field goal. And Joe Burrow is balling out, and not 2-0. They lost to the Browns. My bad. Either way, Cincinnati should come away with this win over the Eagles. Easy. All right, next game, the Raiders at the Patriots. This is going to be a good game. The Raiders have been balling out. They beat the Saints recently in their home debut, or the new stadium debut. The Raiders, just great team overall. Who was it? Darren Waller, I think. Yeah, that guy is a beast, man. Josh Jacobs, just balling out like usual. The receivers, Henry Ruggs is a stud. Derek Carr makes it happen. Their defense is great too. They held Drew Brees to 24 points, I believe. I don't know. I'm not going to check it up. I'm just going to go off at the top of my head. They held Drew Brees to a low amount than what Drew Brees is used to scoring. The Saints, great team. They lost to the Raiders. Got the Patriots, who have been looking good too. I mean, they lost to Seattle, but who can really blame them? Seattle's a stacked team. But Cam Newton has really lifted this team from what they had with Tom Brady. Brady was okay, but he couldn't do as much as Cam does. And Cam is just balling his heart out right now. And the way things are looking, I'll take the Patriots in an upset over the Raiders. I think Cam lifts his team to new heights, and they come away with a win over the Raiders. So, yeah. Next game, we got Chicago at Atlanta. Now, I really don't know much about Chicago. All I know is that they came away with the win against Detroit, which Detroit should have won, I think, week 1 with that missed game-winning catch. I don't think Trubisky is the answer in Chicago. You know, he may have played well recently, or okay, I guess, but he's nothing special, I don't think. And Atlanta, they get off to hot starts, but, you know, they fall apart late, man. They should have beat Dallas last week, but they fell apart with that onside kick screw-up. So, you know what? But I think Chicago's just a little too bad to, you know, come back from a lead that Dallas did. So I'm taking Atlanta over Chicago. Should be an easy win. Next game, we got the Rams at the Bills. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, the Bills should win this game, no doubt. Josh Allen is a freaking stud. You know, I'm just going based off of that. I really don't know much about the Bills. I don't watch them, so I really don't know. I know they have Stephon Diggs. I don't know if he's balling out or not, but I know Josh Allen is leading the league in passing right now. So, you know what? And, you know, the Rams are okay. They barely came away with a win against Dallas week 1. They kicked the shit out of Philly in week 2, which, you know, expect them to, because they have no offensive line, and, you know, it showed. So, but overall, I'm taking Buffalo over the Rams. I just think Buffalo is a better team, and I think they have better players. You know, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, those guys are, you know, ballers, but I take the Buffalo Bills over the Rams. Next game, we got Houston at Pittsburgh. I don't know much about these two teams, but I know I'm going to take Houston. I just think Pittsburgh is still underdeveloped. You know, I think Big Ben coming back really helps them. A healthy Big Ben. But yeah, I think Houston is just a more complete team. Even though they had lost DeAndre Hopkins in the offseason, it showed these past 2 games with Houston. But I think they have a bounce back win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm taking the Texans over the Steelers. Next game, we got Tennessee at Minnesota. Now, Minnesota has not played the way I expected them to. I was in the pick'em for the last 2 weeks, and I took Minnesota in both games. First game, they had a great game against the Packers. They just came up short. And second game, they just got their asses kicked by the Colts. I don't know what happened. Kirk Cousins basically stunk up the joint. And I don't think that's going to stop this week. So I am taking Tennessee over Minnesota due to just Tennessee being a more complete overall team. Next game, Carolina at the Chargers. Now, this should be an easy game for the Chargers, but Carolina should not be counted out, even though they did lose Christian McCaffrey for about 6 weeks. I think Carolina would keep up with the Chargers, I would say, but I would still take the Chargers over Carolina just for them, like I say, just being a more complete team, man. I don't see Carolina beating the Chargers this week. So, the Chargers over the Panthers. Next game, we got the Jets at the Colts. The Jets have been playing like trash. I don't see them beating the Colts. The Colts are just better overall in general. The Colts are better. And, you know, I'm taking the Colts, man. I don't know much about the Colts. I know that they beat my pick in the Vikings. They won against the Jags. So the Colts looking like the real deal, man. Phillip Rivers doing pretty good with that, his new team. So Colts over the Jets. Okay, next game we got Dallas at Seattle. Now, Dallas should not be counted out in this game. As much as I hate them, they should not be counted out against the Seahawks. The Seahawks can be beat, and Dallas can be the team to do it. But Dallas needs to not make any mistakes. No. They need to play smart football. No takeaways. If you give away If you give away the ball, Russell Wilson will march down your throat and score. That's just how it is. DK Metcalf is just a beast. You know, I think they still have Tyler Lockett. I don't know. But DK Metcalf is that main focal point of that offense. So is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson can throw the ball. He could run when he needs to. Same thing with Dak. I mean, Dak isn't as good as Russell by any means. But Dak can get the ball to places where it needs to be, when it needs to happen. But the question is, will he do it? Because he does struggle from time to time, especially at the start of games. You know, late in games, he usually fights his way back, but it's a little too late. Like last week, he got lucky with that onside kick, and they came away with that win. But, you know, all things considered, Dallas should not be counted out, but I am counting them out, and I am taking Seattle over Dallas. All right, next game, got Detroit at Arizona. Now, I don't know much about Detroit. I know they are maybe mid-tier, mediocre offensively, maybe decent on defense, but nothing to write home about. On the other hand, Arizona tore up my football team last week. You know, Kyler Murray just did Kyler Murray things. DeAndre Hopkins did DeAndre Hopkins things. The defense just held Dwayne Haskins and company to, 15 points. Dwayne Haskins really didn't score till the fourth quarter again. And it was just thanks to Terry McLaurin, which is also a stud. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, I don't think Arizona should have a problem with Detroit. And I think Kyler Murray carries his team to another win and moves his team to 3-0 against Detroit. So Arizona over Detroit. Next game, Tampa Bay at Denver. Now, Tom Brady is a sort of enigma, right? So Tom Brady should win this game because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Drew Lock is out, the Broncos starting quarterback. They don't really have much star power. They lost one of their receivers to a torn ACL. Von Miller's gone. Not like from the team, he just hurt. But on the other hand, Brady should not lose this game. And I say Brady because he is the face of that franchise now. Him and Gronk, even though Gronk really doesn't do much anymore. He even joked about it. He said he's a blocking tight end, which is, pretty good because he is good at that. Not much to say about this other than Brady should just win this game. No question. So I am taking the Bucs over the Broncos. Next game, now it's Sunday night. We got Green Bay at New Orleans. Now this is going to be a great game to watch. I believe, straight away, I think Green Bay will win this game. But it's going to be a shootout because the Saints are just as good as Green Bay. I wouldn't say better, and I wouldn't say Green Bay is better either. But I would take Green Bay. I would say Aaron Rodgers just has a better game than Drew Brees. Because Drew Brees struggled against the Raiders defense, which is, good as well. I think the Packers defense is just as good. I'm thinking I would take Green Bay over the Saints, and that's what I'm going with. Now, final game, we got Kansas City at Baltimore. Now, I'm excited for this game, man. My two favorite players in the league, and none of them are on my favorite team, which is kind of sad. Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. Now, this is a game that everyone wants to see because, these guys are two former MVPs. Man, I don't know, man. Like, I see this game going either way. Either way. Lamar Jackson just tears things up with his legs. He can throw when he needs to. Mark Ingram does his thing. Hollywood Brown. Mark Andrews. Those dogs, man. Those guys are freaking dogs. They can win in this game. They could win the game for Lamar Jackson and that team. But then on the other hand, you got a star-studded offense in Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, Nicole Hardman, all those boys, man. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this game. I just think the Chiefs offense is too much for that Ravens defense, even though that Ravens defense is really good. I just think this Chiefs offense is just too high flying for this Ravens defense, and I am taking the Chiefs over the Ravens. And that's my picks for this week, guys. I hope you enjoy this type of content, and I will try to get back to it next week on Wednesday. Look for it to go up either Wednesday night, Thursday morning, before the Thursday night game. And yeah, man, just on some other news, my top 10 video games of all time is nearly complete. I just need to record a few more picks. I need to finish publishing my footage for the games, and that should go up really soon. And I have more ideas for more videos as time goes on, and I hope you guys stay tuned. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Thank you guys for watching.